Hi everybody, welcome back to Michael's Musings on MAJ TV. I am author Michael A. Jacob. I write fluid beings in an ocean of stars. Basically social sci-fi with a little bit of romance and a touch of gore. And I'm all bundled up. I live in the Pacific Northwest, and right now it is typical weather. It is cold, it is windy, and it is rainy. But I love it, you know. Well, the rain part, yes. The windy, not so much. So these are videos that discuss my series. I write 3 different series. I already did the ones for my Curve of Humanity and my Core series. And now we are on to the third one, which is the Blood Saga. It is my bloody, sexy, angsty, alien vampires are cool type of series. It has no life lessons of any kind, unlike the last series. You might question the character's sanity, because morals, ethics. So of course, here's book 1, which is Blood Doctrine, and then for some reason book 2 is missing. Someone might have it somewhere, and then book 3, which I just got in print, is beautiful. I love it. Yeah, and actually I do have the cover for book 4, but I haven't finished writing book 4 yet, so December. Yeah. Anywho, sorry. Get to the point here. This series starts on Earth. It ends on their home world, because like I said, they're alien vampires. If you don't know the premise, if you haven't seen the previous videos, an alien race of carnivores that are pretty much similar to vampires crash land on Earth in the mid 18th century. They encounter our vampires and thinking they're just not all that cute and very much inferior, they got rid of most of them and took over their covens. And here we are current day, where they're very much the dominant force in the world as humans. So I'm going to be moving through the timeline. The last few I did like by chapter. And if I went by chapter, this would take forever. So we're just going to go through the whole storyline and not get bogged down into too many details. So we are going through all the covens to start off with. We've gone through 2 of them, if I remember correctly, Ambrook and Deleuze. And now we're going to be into Durante, the Durante Coven, which is run by one of the offspring from the Endaga clan from the homeworld Selexa. So the Durante Coven is basically, well, the Durante, the company itself, was established probably in the early 1800s. It's based out of Italy, and it was run by vampires for a short while, probably about 30, 40 years. Then shortly after, our aliens crash lands, and Tavolo Endaga goes and takes over the coven. Kills off the leader, takes over, and he becomes Count Valentine Durante. The Durante company mostly deals in import-exports. Tavolo got hold of some Oriental goods, and he got fascinated with Asian cultures, and so he switched to pretty much dominating the Asian market. He just fell in love with the whole thing. He started wearing Bro, mind you, this is mid-1800s, so he's wearing like, like the royal dress you usually see, like, the dynasties out in Asia wearing, and he kind of fits in because he's kind of tall. Well, he doesn't fit in that way. I mean, because he's kind of tall. He's taller than most. He's got that slender build. He's got like jet black hair. It hangs loose. It's like straight down to his waist. So he kind of, he kind of looks the part, and except for his blue eyes. They're kind of like an angry ocean type of thing. He's like a walking like anime character if you want to go that route. The tall, sexy, angsty, yeah, like real pain in the ass type guy. That's him. The Durante castle. The interior is kind of like a hodgepodge of aesthetics. Some areas they're like sparsely furnished. Some have like like, I wouldn't say cheap, like affordable items. Just run of the mill type stuff. And then there's other parts that are just like super lavish. And this stems from Tavilo's like humble upbringings in Salaxa. There's kind of a stigma about that. He gets well, I wouldn't say bully, but people take jabs at him about it. It's like, oh, you have all this wealth in your castle's like a hot mess. Like, what is that? Which brings us to the Endaga clan. The Endagas are one of the top merchants on Salaxa. Like I said, there's the 7 covens, and there's 10 top merchants on Salaxa. But the top 7, the Endaga clan is one of them. And their rank fluctuates between like the center and like dead last of the the 7 or 8 that usually like converge and get for meetings, and they just kind of they're master tailors. So they deal in textiles and things like that, and accessories, and everyone comes to them. The elite, the royal house members, you name it, they adorn themselves in Endaga, creations. They're like, but the Endagas don't wear it themselves. Like, they're the makers, and because they're not like top merchants, they don't consider themselves as top merchants really. And so they don't dress that way. They don't present themselves that way. They're very down to earth, very humble, the whole 9 yards. And most of the time when they're down in ranks, it's a result of sabotage or stolen contracts. And usually it's from either like the Strana clan or the Berezos, which is where Shalel comes from. The Endagas are seen as kind of like easily manipulated. They get walked on or walked over a lot. And they just take it in stride because the Endaga motto is stability that lasts and endures, to always help those when needed. And they stand by it. Much to the chagrin of, the other merchants. They don't, because they don't spend needlessly. Their home is furnished with like the bare necessities. Like they have a furnace that they can afford a new one if they really, really, really want it to, but they don't because it's not. The other one, it works most of the time, so it's fine. So they don't, they're just, I love them. They're sweet. So hopefully you'll like them too. They're, like I said, they're just kind of like this humble, down to earth type thing, and they're always getting messed with and stepped on. And so Tavalo's got this weird mentality. In the back of his mind, he still has this feeling of inferiority, even though he's, in present day, he's amassed this massive wealth, and he has this castle, and he's got this whole coven, and he's, you know, and he's got werewolves that work for him, and he doesn't quite get it. But at the same time, he's very ferocious if you cross him. So, you know, Tavalo. Tavalo Endaga. So that's it for that one. If you like short and maybe not so sweet debates, please hit the like button, because I love those as well. If you want to see more of these, of course, you can subscribe. Again, I love discussions. I also love honest feedback. So, you know, feel free to comment, ask questions. I just ask that you don't spam, because that's not nice. Be respectful. What else is there? Yeah, you can check out my website if you want to see all the rest of my work. I think I'm up to 19 novels at this point. And then I have like short stories and various anthologies and collections and whatnot all over the place. I think that's about it. So yeah, website in the description. Also, if you want to buy my books direct, ebook or print, you can go to michaelajacob.com and get them there. majacobauthor.com, that one. It basically, I mean, you can see everything in there. I also have a little tracker of how far I'm into book 4 of Blood Saga. I think it's at like 5% or something like that. I'll have to update it. I got a little more ahead, a little more into it than that. Anyway, the next video is going to get into the Grieger Dakin Coven, and I love them as well too. Let's see. That's it. Yep. Okay. May the universe grant all that you desire, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.